Hey, Rachel, good morning. Nice to see you.
Good morning, fellas. How you doing?
Wait a minute. Are you at your company? Are you at the fast pitch place right now? Where are you?
I'm actually at the Bradley Center in Chicago. We train pro guys here at Elite Baseball rents this portion of the building, and that's a company that I partner with. So I'm just here before I start work.
Man,
hanging out with
that's
you guys.
beautiful.
We got so much to talk to you about. Businesswoman, softball standout star at Marshall, go Thundering Herd. Cubs. Where do we want to jump in? You go, Harold. You
Caught
go
a
first.
no-hitter. She caught Jenny Finch's no-hitter.
I didn't even know that.
Done it all. All-American, 4 years. I got it down, Rachel. Good to see you again, Rach.
Good to see you, but don't do her dirty like that. She threw a perfect game. That wasn't a no-hitter. It's a perfect game.
Oh, excuse me.
Come on, Mr. Show Prep.
That's pretty impressive. No, we did a roundtable for the rookie development program.
Oh, cool.
Got a chance to really get in front of her. And one of the things that came up in that, Rachel, I thought was pointing to the point. A lot of people are going to sit there and say, oh, it's a female hitting coach. What does she know? And I threw that question out and you answered it. So I'll just throw it out here for America to hear. What makes you qualified for this position? They would never ask a guy that, by the way.
That may be true, but I've been working in baseball for a few years now, and a big baseball fan. And I mean, just playing high-level softball, like I know what it feels like to go in the box and go 0 for 10 and wonder if you're ever going to get another hit again. I know what it feels like to go against the best pitcher in the world. To just stand in the box against some elite competition. I think that's something that it can't be understated. It's the same thing. I mean, if you really want to go into technicalities, the ball behaves pretty much the same way in the last 15 feet. So, I mean, there's really no difference. You got to be on time. You got to hit the ball hard. You got to be on plane. I don't see why there's any difference between sports.
Let's talk a little bit about the tech and data component of the job, Rachel. I know you take that very seriously. It's a big part of what you do. Tell us about how that's grown in the, let's face it, just year or so that you've been on the job with the Cubs.
Yeah, I mean, our hitting lab is pretty awesome. It gives us access to just, more tools in the tool shed, I think we've come a long way since we started to be able to watch people's swings on video. And so this is just another way for us to analyze and to look at things objectively. It's really easy to look at things with your eyes. And, I grew up watching, my two favorite players were Ken Griffey Jr. and Jim Thome. So I wanted everybody to swing like that. I wanted to swing like that. But making sure that we can kind of tailor swings to what, specific players are actually capable of doing and what best suits their body. I think that just makes us more efficient and it makes us get it right more often instead of letting, so many players slip through the cracks.
So, Rachel, what's been one of the biggest challenges in working with hitters for you that you've come across in the 2 years of pro ball?
It hasn't really been this stubborn clash of ideas. I think the most difficult part over the last year has just been I haven't been able to get my hands on a lot of players because we've just been having to work remotely. So I think that's been the biggest challenge of the last year. But the guys are taking it in stride, and our hitting department and our player development department does a fantastic job just keeping us looped in and keeping us, with our eyeballs on players at all times. And we have, a lot of technology. We have an app that rolls out to the players that we can communicate with them constantly and they can share videos. So that's been the biggest challenge. But other than that, I mean, hitting is hitting. So, hitting is hard. It's always going to be challenging.
Everybody's making a big deal about the women, the explosion of women coming into the sport as coaches or whatever it might be. You're probably at the point now where you're just Coach Folden or Rachel to most players, I would think. So when did it get to that point where it was basically, this is my coach and I'm not worried about she's a female or anything like that?
I think it's just like any other coach. You're going to, our biggest challenge is how to connect with the players and how to communicate with them. So you're going to have players that gravitate towards Coach A versus Coach B, and that's fine. And sometimes it's me and sometimes it's somebody else. I don't think it's anything different. I think it's do we mesh well together? Do we communicate well? Do we have this connection that we built? Just like any other coach, I don't think the fact of me being a female really has that much to do with it. I don't think the players really care. I think the players just want to know, can you help me get to the show? And that's all I'm trying to do.
So where were you last year? We wondered this aloud as we were kind of checking in your video. It's just so weird because minor league baseball just wasn't what we knew it to be in 2020. Where'd you spend the season?
So I moved down to Arizona, sold my house. I was living in Indiana for the last 10 years. So I sold my house, moved down to Arizona. And then when everything got shut down, I was there during the full shutdown, the full lockdown. And then I moved back up here to Indiana in about, I think, around Memorial Day weekend. And so I've been here for a few months, just, working remotely as much as I can. My proximity to Chicago has been really nice because all of the local pro guys that are here, we can come in and work with them face to face. So that's been really, really awesome. I'm very fortunate about that. And then just running my business over in Indiana, just giving lessons 5-6 days a week.
Yeah, we want to give the business a pop. Folden Fast Pitch, and you can find Rachel's business online if you are so interested in that
And
area.
one of the things about that too, it's just not girls softball. It's boys for baseball, girls that are playing baseball. Everything across the board deals with hitting.
We want to tap into your brain a little bit, and I think you're good enough to play our little reindeer game here. We do this thing, Sandlot to the Show, where young people, young players send their videos in only to be destroyed by the likes of Cliff Floyd and Jim Thome. We're sure you'll be more diplomatic than some of our guys. So we're going to roll some video for you, and hashtag Sandlot to the Show. And Rachel's going to tell us what she thinks. Let's take a look at Chloe first.
Yeah, you guys actually sent me this video ahead of time, and I'm pretty happy because she's a really, really good player. Plays for a really top high-end travel organization that I saw. One of the things I noticed that I really, really like is, when the pitcher releases the ball, she's got like that swaggy leg kick. Mm-hmm. She's got it up, foot's up in the air at ball release, and she really uses the ground well. You can see, a lot of coaches will talk about getting your foot down early, but she uses that leg kick as a nice, loading mechanism, and then just puts that foot down into the ground and uses that energy instantly. And she's got good pop on the ball.
Nice.
You always know someone's got good pop when they can go yard oppo, So
yeah.
that was pretty impressive
That's
to see.
like your swing earlier we saw in the video.
Softball, baseball, you opposite field power. All right, let's take a look at Michaelia now. Give us your thoughts on this second hashtag Sandlot to the Show clip.
Let's see what we got here.
A T-drill. Wow.
She's got a 3-ball T-drill.
Pretty cool.
I actually cannot see her video right now. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Okay, well, we'll describe it to you. Michaelia is hitting off the tee, and she's got 3 balls stacked up on top of each other, and she's hitting them one at a time, top, middle, bottom, without obviously touching any of the other balls with the bat. I've never seen that drill.
Yeah. The purpose of that drill is really to just keep your head on the ball, mm-hmm. and working on your bat path. That's all she's working on. It's pretty good.
Now I can see you guys.
Okay,
there
here we go.
Now I can see her. Okay,
here it is.
We got
This
top,
is pretty impressive.
Middle. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I mean, listen, you can have the greatest swing in the world, but if you don't know where your barrel is working in space, it's not going to work. That's impressive for her to have that much barrel control, even off a tee. I think there's a lot of people that would be knocking the tee over right now.
All right,
especially at that age, and not to hit the other balls on the ledger, so to speak.
Let's take a look at Nadia here on video. Hashtag Sandlot to the Show. Send us your clips. This is Nadia.
Ooh.
She missed the
You
second.
You guys are hitting it hard with the lefties today, and I'm all here for it. One thing I like about what she does, you can see how she gets a little counter rotation with her hips in there. And I like to watch, like sequencing and stuff. So when someone's on their way forward, are their hands working back a little bit so they can get some space and some stretch? And she does that pretty well. And you can see she doesn't bury her hands behind her. She gives herself enough space, that elbow to slot. Looks pretty good.
All right, last one here from Nadia to Shahadia. Tell us what you think of this one. What do we got?
Oh, pick it. Oh, look at this swing.
Ooh.
Hair on fire. Hair on fire.
Ooh, look at it. Dude, look at that. She can pick it. She's a good athlete. Having fun. I love it.
She's a good athlete. Full disclosure, that's our Lauren Shahadi from another time.
Another time.
The intensity.
A million years ago.
It's the intensity in your face. That's what's doing it for me here.
I love it.
Man, very cool. Hey, Rachel, I want to ask you before you go. I can't remember the name of the bar in Huntington, West Virginia that Don Robinson used to own. Was it Robbie's? Was that around when you were playing at Marshall?
I don't remember a Robbie's.
What a great send-off question.
Yeah, I remember a lot of other bars, but not Robbie's.
Golly.
Listen to the question critic here. You know what we're going to send you to your phone in addition to all this batting instruction is a rip of Harold's horrible final questions. And I finally entered the reel there myself. Hey, Rachel, what a pleasure it's been having you on the show.
Hey,
we wish you luck.
Hey, Rachel, we'll be in
fun.
touch. But Robbie's closed in 1995. I don't know if you were even born, but Matt's going way
Did it really?
back. Yeah, just saying. Oh, well.
You might be right. You might be right about that.
Hey, Rachel, thank you. We'll be in touch. Keep it going. Fantastic stuff. Thank you.